Here it is, double standard, loud and clear.
This MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history.
They are threatening political violence, and they are attacking our democracy.
These Republicans and others are creating an environment of political violence. They are putting Americans at risk.
Democrats have never endorsed political violence, but he will go to a rally and he will endorse it. This is the equivalent of playing with a loaded gun and then it backfires on you.
This is the story of the Democrats pretending like they're not for violence. This is back when they just said over and over again, it's the Republicans that are pro-violent. And now they're burning Tesla dealerships to the ground in an act of violence, which is normal for Democrats going all the way back. Socialists going all the way back to the French Revolution. Welcome to the Doug channel. Hope you guys like this show. Hope you'll give us a subscribe and a like. And of course, let us know in the chat what you think. Are both parties equally violent, or are not Democrats kind of owning this one?
Your reaction, Caroline.
I heard the word extremism. What's extreme is the Democrat Party today, which is now applauding this political violence and domestic terrorism taking place across our country. What's extreme is the modern day Democrat Party, who wants President Trump to turn around planes full of gangsters, rapists, murderers, and foreign terrorists to bring them back to American soil. What's extreme is the Democrat Party that wants to keep men in women's sports and bathrooms and locker rooms. And what's extreme is a Democrat Party who wants to continue to spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on useless government agencies that have done nothing to advance America's interests. Again, I will reiterate, President Trump is standing up for common sense and basic and fundamental American values, and all of this empty rhetoric from the left will not stop this president from doing what's right for the American people.
I have a theory that Democrats are only this violent and lie this blatantly because they're used to having all of media being on their side. They used to control the entire narrative, coming, going. They controlled everything you saw, or you were pressured into silence. And now they don't own that narrative anymore, but they're just used to being able to lie blatantly, get away with it. There's nothing you can do about it. So here's Gavin Newsom reading from that old playbook where he claims he never used the word LatinX or LatinX or whatever it is.
By the way, not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx.
So can we finally put that to bed?
Yeah,
we agree.
But where did that even
No more Latinx,
like,
everybody.
Well, I just didn't even know where it came from. I'm like, what are people talking about?
But there was a person who used Latinx. It was actually a really important person. It was him, right?
Yeah, that's right. And look, these aren't minor shifts. These are progressive issues that Gavin Newsom used to champion until fairly recently. And now he's not just walking away from them. He's sort of acting like they were never legitimate with that clip talking about Latinx in the first place. But let's take Latinx. We did find somebody who used it repeatedly in his office. Let's take a listen to this.
I hope we can really paint a picture in terms of our consciousness of how impactful this has been on the Latinx community. Latinx community, the Latinx and Black communities. You've got politicians that are banning not assault rifles, but the word Latinx. They're not even serious. By the way, not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx.
So can we finally put that to...
We can finally announce that Gavin Newsom has no memory or whatever, but he used Latinx a number of times. It was part of the normal vocabulary. And then he says, I never used it. Same way that Democrats forgot that they projected onto Republicans calling us violent, literally violent, riots, vandals. And then they're the ones that are doing it today, completely forgot that they're the violent party. So what other narratives? You guys can help me out in the chat below. What other things are Democrats accusing the right of that they have always done and continue to do? Like racism, like sexism, like their own unfair hiring policies, like their own dangerous rhetoric, like being hateful. They're far more hateful than the right. Just think of all the things that they've projected onto Trump, saying that he is abusive to women. And then look at all the abusers that they have supported and defended, like hiding 300,000 children that got away at the border and smuggled them into an underground ring. I can just go on and on. Anything they've accused the right of, they own 10 times more. Thanks for watching the Doug channel. Give us a like.